What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the GT UK F1 podcast. Joined by David.
Hey everyone, Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah, interesting.
Tell you what, it's probably one of my favourite Grand Prix. It wasn't the most interesting race until later on, but I tell you what, it's probably one of my favourite weekends of the year.
Spider Pig, Spider Pig.
Not just in general. Tell you what you like about, and I know there's people have various debates on like the showman side of things.
Hmm.
Some like it, some don't. I can see both sides of the argument, but I tell you what, the shows and everything on it, I thought was so well done.
I like the fact we got Button.
Yeah, obviously mine sat down. We got Jensen. Now he's retired from racing and commentary. He made a few mistakes here and there, but
So did Crofty.
there was one point when they were talking about Hamilton while it was blatantly Leclerc's helmet underneath the camera.
That was Crofty.
No, Brundle said, Button said it first.
Ah.
But I need one of them. It's easy to do in the heat of battle. I'm not criticising the lad. As you know, I have a lot of respect for Jensen.
Yeah. And
Oh,
yeah, but no a certain person. So I was very happy to sit there and watch the build up.
oh yeah. I didn't catch any of the build-up because I didn't get up. I mean, we're jumping ahead here, but you will have to lead quali because I only saw highlight reel. I know the weather took a turn, and the weather had been taking turns
Oh,
all week, hadn't it?
the weather had took the turn in Vegas because apparently it had been flooding Vegas.
Apparently, though, apparently that's quite normal.
Oh yeah.
And Vegas is sort of the streets are set to do that.
Yeah, but what do you
No, that
expect?
sounds like a weird thing to say,
You're in
but
the middle of Nevada.
yeah, apparently the streets are like set up, and that isn't a rare thing.
Oh yeah.
But of course, what it did mean was the track was lovely and green for most of the weekend because
Mmm.
they never got a chance to lay any real rubber down on it, as well as the
No.
fact it had to be reopened between events.
Yeah. Now, obviously,
Did you see all the clips, by the way? Like, apparently you could watch most of the race using the Las Vegas traffic cameras.
probably.
I tried to, and the website was obviously being tanked by 2/3 of the world, so it was running like dog shit. So I didn't bother. But
Mm.
yeah, apparently like they didn't shut. F1 makes such a thing about like blocking views if you're not paid, yet they couldn't turn the traffic cameras off.
Well, no, because I don't think the government would have allowed them to do that. To be honest, the state
But
government
anyway,
would have
sorry.
not allowed it.
So
But
like I say, unfortunately, I never saw quali because the way things went. I only saw highlights,
well,
so you'll have to lead me on that
I
one.
didn't see any of practice, so
No, usual deal for me. I
unfortunately,
think was it practice? Was it quali where Behrman had that big slide straight into the barriers?
uh, trying to
Ended up sort of taking his hands off the wheel and just sort of like nothing I can do.
trying to actually remember whether it was quali or practice.
I think it was quali. I think.
Hmm. But
Oh, fine.
but it was interesting.
It was, and like I said, the weather definitely added a certain element to it.
Well, so obviously I'll jump into quali, but one of the talking points into this weekend was the fact that some Ferrari head had come out and said to the drivers, less talking, more driving. Apparently.
Well, yeah, this is Ferrari. I mean, actually, in a sort of related tangent, did you see? There was a clip. Apparently, Carlos Sainz was doing like a McLaren fan meet, Williams, sorry, fan meet.
Mm.
And apparently, one of the questions he asked was, "How does it feel knowing you were the last Ferrari race winner?"
Yeah, I know.
There's actually two from that. The other one, somebody said to me, "You're going to apologise." What for? Well, you said when you joined you weren't going to see any podiums in your first season. You lied to us.
Leave Carlos alone.
But yeah, how does it feel knowing you're still the last winner for Ferrari? Last race winner.
Well, technically, yeah, because you can't technically count the sprint.
Yeah, well, sprints are always a funny deal because sprints aren't counted as a race; it's a sprint.
No.
But now all this less talking from Ferrari resulted in Lewis Hamilton qualifying 20th. That obviously worked fantastically.
Yeah, that uh, that just yeah.
That was technically the first time he had qualified last in his entire career.
Mm.
And he technically only started 19th. I think Yuki did a pit lane start, didn't he?
Yep.
But
Foreshadowing.
yeah, that is
But
no, we actually qualified. But yeah, that is the first time Lewis Hamilton has ever qualified last.
oh yeah.
He started there because of penalties and shit,
Mm.
but he never actually qualified there.
You know.
I tell you what, though, as much as I'm not a Hamilton fan and he's well known, I'm not. He sounds so down at the moment, doesn't he?
Well, this is the thing. What do you expect when he looks at how the Mercedes are performing and they're just literally Mercedes are just handing their asses to Ferrari?
So's the Williams, which he
Exactly.
signed when he got booted out.
And I'm
Yeah.
not being funny, but I bet Sainz is looking back and thinking, I'm so glad I'm not there.
Yep.
With the way Ferrari,
Like I said to you, the way Sainz, I'm Sainz is looking at Williams is a long-term project.
yeah,
Told you, if they keep this path they're going, I could see them maybe not quite doing a full McLaren, but I can see them right up there. Well, they already are up there, what we're saying, but
well, yeah, exactly.
say James Vowles, ex-Mercedes, knows what he's doing.
Mm. You know,
Good, strong team behind him. So yeah, it's definitely been a good move. I think Carlos fell lucky, shall we say?
oh yeah. But how must Albon be feeling right now?
Uh,
You know what I mean? Because Albon didn't.
about the
Albon
same as
finished in.
Yuki.
That's what I mean. Albon finished 16th. Yuki. I like
Yuki
Yuki,
90th in the full.
but yet there's still a lot of talk of Hadjar moving up next season into that Red Bull.
I think it's more than talk. I think unless something really big happens, I think it's pretty much going to happen, unfortunately. I don't like it, but, I mean, you don't like Lawson, but you've got to admit he's sort of grown into that racing bull. And he's not being terrible.
When he stops actually fucking banging wheels with people. His driving styles.
I don't know, this weekend it was a bottle pedo, wasn't it? That sounds wronger than I intended it to, but you know what the joke there was.
Yeah. Poor Bortoletto. I mean,
Anyway, so yeah.
another shock was like Antonelli in 17th. Because
I think
Antonelli's had a.
the wet conditions just they were struggling to like fire the tires up, weren't they? I mean, you got to remember as well the qualifying will have been happening. It was late at night, so it'd be cold.
Cold, wet, yeah.
And the F1 tires were never. There's a reason why we don't have the British Grand Prix in November
Hmm.
because they don't really want to race. The tires aren't designed for that cold a temperature.
Well, maybe Pirelli should be taking notes.
Yeah, but the trouble is, what you make a tire that works there for that one race, and then in the middle of summer it's useless because it's melting.
Hmm.
I've said it before. I'm all for make the tires fucking hard to drive. I like that because that's when you find the drivers who can drive.
I mean, Alonso had a solid Q1. Weirdly enough. But, I mean, Behrman's been quite consistent.
Tell you what, I have a feeling Hamilton will do next season. I think Behrman will be in that Ferrari.
What do you think Hamilton will give? You think he'll...
I think he'll stick around for 26 just to see what these new cars are like.
Yeah.
But unless he suddenly finds himself at the front, I think at the end of 26 he'll go.
That's what I'm feeling.
Like I say, I honestly feel that Behrman is poised. I mean, when he drove that car last season for Carlos,
Yep.
he didn't put a bad showing in.
Oh, no. Now, it has been confirmed, obviously, with Carlo Pinto staying in the Alpine for next season.
I think the Alpines are unchanged, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do we at this point have every...
I'm gonna actually
I'm
check.
Googling this as we speak.
Yeah.
Right, I've got an article here from silverstone.co.uk on the 18th of November. Red Bull's second seat still not confirmed,
Well, yeah.
and neither Racing Bull.
Interesting.
But other than that, everything else, trust me, everything else is the same. There's not a lot of movement.
Well, apart from obviously we've got Cadillac,
Perez and Bottas joining in Cadillac.
Perez and Bottas joining.
I mean, in terms of the teams that are on the grid now, I mean, obviously Audi are taking over from Sauber.
Yeah.
But are keeping Hulk and Bortoleto, which makes sense.
Now, see, if it had been me, I'd have dropped. I'd have dropped Stroll.
I tell you what, I don't know whether to bring this up at the end or now, because if you heard, well, I'm assuming you heard that after the race, the Aston Martin that team leader's been sacked.
Yep.
And you heard the rumour who's poised to step in?
Nope.
No?
Horner, I bet.
I was about to say, let's just say he knows Adrian Newey very well.
I would have said Horner.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, I would think Horner would be the kind of person who would be willing to turn round to Lawrence Stroll and go, we need to do something else here.
Yeah. And it's a case of, I'd say, keep Alonso, get rid of Stroll, get Yuki. Ties in with a Honda for next year.
Honda or get Drugovic in.
Hasn't Drugovic gone?
Is he? I thought he was still... Told you. I mean, I honestly think there's a lot of teams are sleeping on Pierre Gasly. I just think a lot of teams are sleeping on Pierre Gasly.
No. Aston Martin bid Felipe Drugovic fond farewell, having confirmed that the last Grand Prix was his final race weekend with the team.
Yeah, but if you turn around and said we've got to join with the main car coming, do you fancy coming back?
Yeah, who knows?
But listen, I think a lot of the other teams are sleeping on Pierre Gasly.
Hmm.
He's there in the Alpine, which is looking shockingly awful.
That's why, because Drugovic has signed with Andretti for the upcoming Formula E season.
Which Andretti ties into Cadillac, doesn't it?
Yep.
So, yeah, okay, fair dues. So then in that case, then you'd have to look at who there is currently in, like, F2, which I don't follow that particularly closely, so...
I haven't followed F2 as much this season as I normally would. But, yeah. So, yeah, you kind of would. I'd kind of possibly... The thing is, I like Gasly.
I just think, like Red Bull, having all this trouble now, and I think someone like him, experienced, tends to not damage cars. But the thing is, he has been Red Bull. It's whether he'd go back, innit?
That's what I mean.
I also don't know what his contract situation is with.
Yeah. Still say get rid of Briatore, if I'm honest.
Well, yeah, that's also true, but...
Well, the thing is, yeah, but Pat Simmons is taking over. He's going to be part of Cadillac. Both the bastards got banned and got them overturned. Now, I don't know if the soapbox will come out. The soapbox may come out.
I'm hoping not. I have a small FIA-based complaint from the race, but it's only a minor one. But
Oh, you haven't.
hopefully,
Well, if it's the same thing I'm thinking, there's two things actually.
there's one right. Anyway, so
But
going back to it, so yeah, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Gasly, Leclerc, ninth. Say
had you?
Lawson sixth, and then pretty much the usual front runners we're used to now. Say Sainz into third. Once again, tricky conditions, and I think the years he does been telling about rallying must have worn off.
Yeah, and obviously a little bit of a tangent to do with rallying. I know this is an F1 podcast, but
30
unfortunately,
years since McRae.
well, apart from that, Leah Block's announced that she's going back into rallying after she finishes this. After now that I think the W Series has concluded, so she's leaving Williams because she's done her 2 years and go back to rallying.
Fair enough.
I think I shared it in the
Yeah, I
PlayStation.
think you did. I tell you what. So I think it was he like last week? It was like 30 years since Colin McRae won his WRC championship.
Mm.
Like, if I don't already feel old, stuff like that helps.
Yeah, I know. Or if you do a movie quiz of guessing the years.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, Max looked on it to kind of take pole until Norris just
No, it's just blitzed it.
decided to blow it out of the water.
Yeah. Once again, Piastri, like I say, I don't know if it's his head or something, but this end of this season's just he's fallen away, hasn't he? I think
Yeah.
it's lack of experience. I don't think it's really all you can blame him for.
Because, yeah, I mean, like I say, Russell's been consistent.
Russell's always been Mr. Consistent, though.
Yeah, well, even with the Williams.
You know what I mean? Russell's always been.
Yeah. But, you know, the weather shook it up. That's for certain.
Well, then, of course, no rain for the race, which
could have made things very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm just looking at, obviously, Yuki pit lane start because he modified cars. Now, I am going to move it forward into the race unless you've got anything you want to add quickly.
No, because like I say, I didn't catch a huge amount of quality, so I think I've covered my bits.
So, what did you think of Norris's start?
I believe Jeremy Clarkson had a saying which fitted this quite nicely, which was ambitious but rubbish.
Now,
No, he did what he needed to do. Trouble is, I think, was it Coulthard said he tried to play Max at his own game. The trouble is he didn't fully know the rules.
Yeah. And Max knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah, Max just let him do it, didn't he? Max
Yeah.
just tongue back, let him do it, and then the shit flew behind him.
And then the opportunity, arose. Max buggered off.
Well, sure, the opportunity was frigging Russell who then decided to drive round.
And
Well, then obviously we had the incident further back where Bortoleto ran into Stroll. I think collected an Alpine in amongst it.
But
which is where my FIA rank comes in. Because did you notice at the end of the first lap we had marshals on the track?
We did.
No, there was yellows on that corner, but there was no. It's still not, especially on the street circuit where there's not the ability to get out of the way.
It took them more than once to get
actually
that
throw the VSC.
to get that VSC out.
Hmm.
I don't understand what took them so long.
I suppose we should also mention at this point, and I tell you what, somebody at the FIA has eyes like a shithouse fucking rat. Pardon my French. Antonelli's false start.
Yeah.
I had to watch that so many times to actually see it.
They creeping forward.
Yeah, it's like whoever spotted that, Christ Almighty.
Yeah. But it took them long enough to deliberate that as well.
Yeah, that's the FIA for you, isn't it?
It's the stewards. There was
Hmm.
quite a lot of delays in. I don't know if it was TV direction or, yet again, poor. Not gonna lie, because
Yeah.
there was bits that we didn't see because they were concentrating elsewhere. I get it. There's, like I said before, there's the battle channels and shit on Sky, but fucking, you could hear Crofty talking about something. It's like, can we see it? Sort of thing. You know, they've just gotten worse towards the end of the season. They've
Probably
really,
they're trying to focus on the front, and they're trying to focus on the battle at the front.
yeah.
And you're occasionally missing what goes on further back.
But if there's, at that point there was not much going on at the front.
No, at that point, Max was already packing up his hotel room.
Yeah, no.
He'd gone. You know, he had a little bit of Russell had a little bit of a go at him early on, and then just everything settled.
Yeah. And there was, obviously, you know, we had Stroll DNFing, Bortoletto DNFing for the reason, but then we also eventually had Albon DNF later on.
What he DNF for?
He lost radio communication. The
the
transponder or something.
They were doing it with the old-fashioned
Pit board. So it was all being done.
Russell was apparently fighting a steering issue for the majority of the race.
Yeah.
Which sounds confidence-inspiring.
Considering that they couldn't sort it between the between practice and stuff. And it was not a bad race. Now
it was a very interesting race. I mean, that Vegas circuit, love it or hate it, I think does actually give us some reasonable racing.
Now I do want to comment on Antonelli because he started 17th, picked up
finished
his 5-second race time. He finished.
Still finished fourth. I'm going to say fourth for now because there's a caveat to that.
He finished.
We haven't started discussing yet.
He finished fourth, holding off the McLaren of Piastri. And, you know, we knew
it was a good.
The McLaren wasn't going to be strong, though, with Vegas.
I don't know. The car had pace. They know it showed in qualifying and through the race. The McLarens were not slow.
And the weird...
I think Max had the leg on them for most of the race, all the race.
Oh yeah.
But I wouldn't have said the McLarens were bad. Unfortunately, the problem they had came after the race. I mean, now you think about it. Now we look back. We should. I'll say at this point, both McLarens got disqualified for excessive skid plate wear.
Yep.
looking back at the race, knowing that, you could see they were sparking like hell.
They were porpoising like crazy.
Yeah, and I didn't think about it at the time.
No.
But when you think back, there's a shot somewhere of there was a video of, I think it was Norris overtaking another car, and you could see the difference in the way it was moving.
Mm.
Now, for whatever reason, and the FIA have cleared any malice, any deliberation. It was a pure accident, and the FIA accept that. But of course, it does mean that in a critical point in the championship, both McLarens have scored 0 points this weekend.
Mm.
And at the business end of this season, that is really not something they wanted to be doing.
Definitely not. Because...
So we should say then, because that also promoted Antonelli from 17th with a 5-second penalty to a podium.
Yeah. Even though he didn't get to stand on it.
No, he unfortunately didn't get to share a car with Terry Crews.
That was fucking genius.
Oh, that was that
was...
whole end of race show. And this is what I was saying earlier about the show of it. That and the Disney fountains, I think, was absolutely brilliant.
I got White Chicks vibes when he started singing Making My Way Downtown.
What do you mean?
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces fast, and I'm homebound.
That's what that's from. That is the famous.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say that. I was going to at the end of the podcast, I'll leave the last word to our friend Terry and hit that button. But you lined it up too nicely for me.
It was just...
Oh, it was so brilliant.
It was... Yeah. Because I just have... And all the comments within when you saw the post on the F1 page, there's just him as Luttrell in White Chicks.
Yeah.
And it was just, yeah. And now, I have another point to make. I know we've not really discussed the race because it was good, but it wasn't really.
I think, yeah, it settled into, it was an interesting race. It was a very crucial race for the championship.
I still say it's championship back on, though.
It is, and we'll come to that probably very soon. We'll discuss that because, yeah, I have my points for that. But other than that, apart from the odd bit of debris on the track, which there wasn't a huge amount. And we should have mentioned, was it in practice 2 we had the manhole cover rise?
Again.
Yeah, they red flagged that session twice because it never actually lifted enough to damage a car.
Not like it did with Sainz and Sainz getting a penalty for it.
That year, yeah, that was the first year, wasn't it?
That was bullshit.
Actually, thinking about it, I watched a little bit of free practice 2 because I was at my dad's. And literally we saw that something that gets red flagged because, you know, in the old joke, there's a hole appeared in the track and the FIA are looking into it.
Now, I do have a point to make about the end. Interviews with David Coulthard.
Yeah. It was DC and somebody. I think I must have been up the toilet. I missed a lot of that. It was DC and somebody else, wasn't it?
It was the matey boy from Avatar, the movie,
Right,
the Australian actor, him, Sam somebody.
I'm not a big fan of Avatar, but yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. You mean Lando Norris's little slip?
Yeah.
We fucked that one up.
I fucked that one up.
Little did he know that the fucking was only beginning.
Yeah. Now, is he going to get community service for it?
But did you not see the way Max laughed as he said it?
Oh, Max was, yeah.
Max there probably thinking, oh, well, here comes a fine for him.
I'm hoping, I'm not, yes, he's a Brit. I'm hoping he gets fined and I'm hoping he gets some form of community service. Because if they've done it to Max, they have to follow suit. I'm sorry.
Well, that was it when he was like, Albon got that penalty, didn't he, for running into the back of Hamilton?
Yeah.
Which was a throwback from because Hamilton got it for, was it Colapinto in Brazil?
Yeah.
So that's why that penalty, they kind of set themselves a precedent there. So yeah, you're probably right. Now, I've said before, as far as I'm concerned, they've just come out of a 50-lap race. If they
Adrenaline's
swear, they
high.
swear. To me, I'd rather hear that raw emotion.
Yeah.
Than have them having to think, oh no, I need to think what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, because
That's just me.
I know, but
I appreciate it offends some people, and if that's yourself, then yeah, it's not a good thing, and we hope the apology was right for you. But say you do what they do for an hour and a half solid, buzzing with adrenaline, and get a microphone shoved straight in your face and asked to form coherent sentences.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
you like I say, you just saw.
We struggle to do that now, and we've had time to plan for this. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's why every episode gets marked as exploit, because knowing me,
Knowing you,
I will end up just dropping stuff.
Fucking dumbass.
And that proves my point. But
I need more sound bubbles.
you still got to start sending me some. You're slacking on that one.
We've only got one spare slot on the freaking thing.
Yeah, I know, but you still need to send me the other sound clips to actually have.
Anyway.
Anyways.
So then obviously we get into the post race.
But yeah,
the news that breaks about the McLarens.
But I saw Max laugh at that, and I think George sniggered as well. But yeah, like I said, the only thing that disappointed me as well, and what I will say, was about the Disney fountain thing. Was it wasn't the Wizard Mickey, because they started off with the Sorcerer's Apprentice. It should have been Wizard Mickey, not the tuxedoed Mickey. But that's that's the Disney purist coming out in me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just quick because obviously I was there not long ago, and it was sort of Phantasmic meets F1.
Yeah.
Which is never about. It was. I think it was absolutely genius. I'm actually really glad because I sent you the video. I'm really glad somebody uploaded it because I showed it to the other half because she never watched the race, but she would love stuff like that. So
yeah, but it should have been, like I said, it should have been.
But this is, of course, all to do with the fact that Disney are picking up the F1 in America next year.
Yeah.
And the sponsorship. Now, I also saw, I think it was earlier on this week, when that Lego have got involved.
Hence, Lego.
They're sponsoring, was it a W Series car?
Yeah. Hence a Cadillac as well, the Lego.
Yeah. Which I've got to say has got to be, to anyone out there who's like, you don't like the show, you want to see the racing, I just want to make a quick point. This racing won't exist without money. Companies like Disney and Lego have money.
Yep.
And I think it's a fantastic indictment of the sport that they see enough potential in it to be putting these investments in.
Well, the thing was, it's like a lot of people were complaining their ass off about the W. A little bit of a tangent, but yet again, it's still on brand. The W Series and the Hello Kitty thing. It's like,
I'm not the biggest fan of that, but that's only because
it's money.
It's money, yeah, correct. I just think if you try to take yourself seriously as the brand for women's sports, pairing with a cutesy little toy aimed at doesn't feel like
Hello Kitty's technically. I'm sorry to burst everybody's bubble. Hello Kitty is not actually a cat. It's technically a human. Weirdly enough.
Trust me, she's got quite a few Hello Kitty stuff, so I am familiar with it.
Yeah, but it's not a cat. It's actually technically a human.
But yeah, the fact that we've got, because Disney and that must see multi-year. There's no reason to be doing it.
There'll be some deal with them.
So it's fantastic news for us as fans of the sport. Because it shows that we've obviously got quite a few years yet of the sport.
Just unfortunately.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just unfortunately, F1, please bring your ticket prices down a little bit.
Trouble is, that's something Disney aren't good at, as I can testify.
I was on about F1.
No, but generally, if Disney are involved, trust me, there's one thing, they don't know how to give things away cheap.
Well, no, they don't. Should know that.
Yeah. I know that well.
Yeah.
Their credit card will know that for quite a considerable length of time.
That's why you never spend on a card at Disney. You always carry cash.
Amazing how many places wouldn't take cash now.
Really?
This is off topic, but yeah, basically anything that wasn't a proper big shop wasn't taking cash. Because think about it, it's a risk.
I suppose. Then that's the problem.
Somebody can't pull a gun and rob credit card sales, or pull an item and rob credit card sales.
No, but
You know what I mean? Anyway,
it's just people pushing cashless. We're living in a kind of a cashless society at this point now.
Yeah, but somebody's role is guilty because I'll admit I'm so guilty as well. Just these days, not even my card, it's my phone.
Yeah.
Just my phone, just tap, boom, job done.
I have my wallet, so
I have my wallet on me, but I have one card on my phone. So when I'm just quick tap and go,
yeah. But
I admit it's not the best
unfortunately,
solution.
I won't put my cards on my phone, so that's why. Yeah. Podcast not sponsored by Ridge, by the way. But if you want a Ridge, get in touch. Come on, I'm still waiting.
Not sponsored by Disney either. But if you want to contact us,
Oh yes, please.
I should take some of your money off you.
Yes, please. I'd take a take a sponsorship of Disney any day.
I'd quite happily bow down to the mouse.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so this weekend we should talk about what this weekend has done to the championship. Because we are in a very, very interesting position right now.
Two races and a sprint to go.
We have Lando Norris still in front on 390 points. And then Oscar and Max are tied on 366, 24 behind.
Yeah.
Now, as I was saying earlier, I don't know if it's before, but what McLaren need to now do is tell Norris, right, just glue yourself to Max's gearbox.
I'll try.
Yeah, let him win. Let him win both races and the sprint. Because if he does that and Lando still gets a podium, he's got it.
Has he though?
Yes, I've done the maths on this. I think he'd have to get a podium in all three. But as long as he does, that's assuming Max wins all three. If Lando DNFs again or something silly,
it's game over.
we're going to be in a real. Why do I get the feeling we're going to go into Abu Dhabi with like
No.
a 1 point gap or something stupid?
I was going to say, don't mention 2021. Too late.
I didn't. You did.
Well,
But, yeah, basically, I mean, let's be honest. Let's not forget Piastri's still in with a shot of it. He could still
Oh,
go
yeah.
that way. Unfortunately, I can't see that happening unless Piastri has a major.
but I've got to laugh at the comments. A lot of people were saying, "Oh yeah, it's going to be Abu Dhabi 2021 again. Michael Massey's going to make his reappearance and all this crap." And it's
Yeah.
like, oh my god, come on, get over your fucking selves, Jesus.
Like I said, I believe I said this last time. Like,
And then-
and this must be a weird position for you as well, because I know you're a Red Bull and a McLaren fan.
Yeah. This is, like I say, it's game on
Like I said-
either way.
Like I say, I can be happy whoever wins. I don't have a horse in this race as such, other than, well, Norris is a Brit. That's always got an appeal to me. Like I say, Piastri's young. To see somebody win that young says great things about the future. And if Max wins it, well, number one,
What a fucking story for the
Comeback.
season. Yeah.
and what's the word I'm looking for? What a vote of confidence that I give Lauren Mekis.
Yeah.
Because it's basically since he stepped in
Oh yeah.
that things turned around. Now, I'm not saying he did it, because obviously there's a whole team behind him.
But-
But if Red Bull can do it after where they were at the halfway point, like I say, he has just been given. It's just going to make him feel like the best on the planet.
Well, yeah. Well, you got to think. Apart from Laurent Mekis is an engineer.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He is an engineer. A little bit of a side note. Kind of gutted Williams didn't, and on the F1 store there was no golf merchandise released. I was kind of waiting poised for that, but
I know I was as well.
let's get back to
unfortunately
this.
not,
Just and back to the discussion.
but anyway, so they're the three in deficits. Obviously, Russell is now too far behind.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the teams I think is pretty much sewn up by a couple of little fights in the midfield. Aston Martin and Haas are only 1 point apart.
Now, I don't know though. Can Ferrari catch Red Bull? Not now, I don't think. But could they have?
Technically, yes, 378 to 391.
Hmm.
So that's only 13 points.
Yeah.
So in theory, yes. Williams can't catch Ferrari though; they're 250 behind.
But Williams is pretty much guaranteed fifth at this point.
90, 31 points ahead of Racing Bulls.
Yeah.
Mathematically, it's there. I get what you're saying. Like I say, the biggest one is the Haas and Aston Martin being 1 point apart.
Yeah, there'll be a battle there.
And Sauber are only 5 behind.
But what I like about this season is nobody has scored. Nobody within the teams are going away with a poor result. Apart from Alpine. Yeah, but Alpine have basically come out and said, we're not focusing on the 2025 car. We're mainly putting our focus in the 2026.
I mean, technically, with Alpine, you can't actually technically call it Alpine finishing 10th. It's Pierre Gasly finishing 10th in the team standings.
True.
He scored all their points.
Now, I'd like Carlo Pinto to possibly score some points.
Yeah, it's a long shot.
Because otherwise, him and Doohan, well, obviously, there's a reason why Doohan hasn't scored any points because he's not in the car. But Carlo Pinto, you know, will be the only. He'll be doing a bloody. Which other driver was it? Was it Latifi? No?
Sargent.
Could have been Sargent. One of them that ended up being pointless for the season.
Well, technically, for 2024, both Jack Doohan, Sargent, and Valtteri Bottas all finished with 0 points.
Can't wait for Bottas to come back and serve his penalty.
That's why, is it Bortoletto's got a penalty for Qatar?
Has he?
Yeah, I think because he was found responsible for that incident, but retired before he could serve. So I'm pretty sure he's carrying a penalty into.
Has it been officially announced?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Has
The damage
it?
was so significant. This is off the F1 website. He was deemed to be at fault. He'll carry a 5-place grid penalty to Qatar.
Ah. And yeah, apart from Andrew Stella apparently apologising as well.
Yeah.
Now, a little bit of a tangent, which made me laugh, was Conor Moore had to be on it very, very quick.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved his F1 video of the McLaren disqualification.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, Jesus. It's... Yeah, well... It's going to be an interesting season review, put it that way.
Oh, very interesting.
Obviously, we've got this weekend and then weekend after.
Right?
So, everybody, this is the bit. I am going to move it forward if there's nothing else you want to add. This is the bit I said to you, I said to David privately, the Fantasy League is going to take a massive hit.
Oh, yeah. And I tell you what, I know you haven't looked yet. I've already looked, and it's fun.
Was I not wrong? So, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. Okay. I haven't looked at the overall standings, I'm just looking at the...
Vegas ones, yeah.
Wow.
Don't think I've ever seen that many minuses before.
No. Holy crap. So, in 8th, we've got Adam on minus 50 because of Norris, Bortoletto, and McLaren. I'm only on minus 14.
Piastri, Albon, and McLaren.
Eh? So how come Lando only got minus 20, but Piastri got minus 28?
Lando did better at qualifying, perhaps. Knocked some of the points score down. Yeah, Lando got 10 points for qualifying first. Piastri got 6 points for qualifying fifth.
Yeah.
Then they both lost 20 points. But unfortunately, we all had our 2 times on the fucking McLarens.
Yeah.
This is where I wish I'd had that like automatic one, because if I just wanted to Antonelli,
Yeah.
I'd probably a frigging 1.
Then David on minus 12.
Minus 12. Piastri, Lawson. Piastri, Lawson, McLaren, and Sauber.
Yep. Logan in 5th with a minus 11.
Piastri, Gasly, and McLaren.
Yep. Simon on minus 8, so he
didn't have his 2 times on Piastri.
No, he had it on Sainz instead.
Yeah, which worked.
Yeah. Alan with 16 points. But McLaren, Gasly, and Norris hurt him. Angela in 2nd with 19. But got hurt by Albon, Norris, and Gasly. But Ryan in 1st, only with 42 points. Hamilton did him well. Obviously, Norris took him off and Aston Martin. But that's really kind of buggered people up overall, hasn't it, really?
Mm.
So Angela's obviously still in 8th for 2,486. Ryan is in 7th with 2,734. Adam is in 6th with 2,801. David's in 5th with 2,866. Has that kind of buggered you up now a little bit?
I told you I've already. The only bonus for me to end is Adam's dropped back from me because he got the minus 50.
Yeah.
So it's actually probably helped me a little bit.
Mm.
But it's like I was 300 behind Logan, and as I keep saying,
Yeah.
there's too much crossover for me to think there's going to be a major upset.
There is now. Tell you that.
But it's quite tight for you guys at the top.
I don't know though. Maybe.
You're only 80 points behind Alan, and Baz is in the middle, and Si's in the middle.
I know. I need to catch Alan. I need Alan to have a shocker. So Logan's in 4th with 3,181. I'm in 3rd with 3,795. Simon is in 2nd with 3,829. And Alan's still at the top with 3,875.
Mm-hmm.
I need to look at my team, I think, for the next race. Maybe.
I think I'm going to have a look and have a bit of a change.
Yes, I think so. So, is there anything you want to add before I do the timings for Qatar?
No, nothing at all. Just like I say, we're right towards the end of this season. He's getting nice and tight and
Nice and tight. Definitely.
nice and close. But no, if you go ahead and give us guitar timings for those who need it.
So, obviously, Qatar is the 28th to the 30th, so this weekend. At a reasonable time, I might add. So,
Yeah, I must have been the 3:45 a.m. alarm clock was not appreciated on Sunday morning.
yeah, I was still awake. So obviously, it's a sprint weekend, so there is only one practice session on the 28th at 1:30 till 1:30 till 2:30. Sprint qualifying on the same day at 5:30 till 6:15. On the 29th, we've got the sprint at 2:00. Same day, we've also got qualifying at 6. And then on the 30th, the race is actually at 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Very much looking forward to see how
There we go, yeah. Oh, it's definitely getting interesting.
it is. So, yeah. All there is to say is thank you to everybody for listening. Thank you to David for being here.
Been a pleasure.
And we shall see you for the next one. So, until then.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces fast, and I'm homebound.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye for now.